Missed our latest webinar? No worries. We know life gets busy, but your professional development shouldn't have to wait. That's why we've created webinar micro lessons. Short, focused recaps of our full sessions designed to help you catch up quickly and still earn your CPD points. These bite-sized lessons are available exclusively to active subscribe members. So even if you miss a live session, you never miss out on the knowledge or the CPD points. Not subscribed yet? Now's the perfect time to join. Get access to all future webinars, every micro lesson, and more. Visit www.clinicalcareplatform.com to sign up.
And I'm here to share about my experience with CCP. I was introduced into a new and dynamic way of learning. The sessions were interactive and practical. The educators and instructors were easy to approach, easy to ask questions, making the whole experience much more enjoyable. In 2024, I enrolled into the HIV Diploma Preparatory program, and I am now proud to announce that I have attained the diploma in HIV management. And not only just that, I passed with a distinction with the help of this amazing platform. I'm just here today to express my deep appreciation for the effort and the time that has been invested in preparing these learning sessions from us. You sacrifice time away from your families after long work days to give 1 hour sessions, sometimes 2 hour sessions, and the time that you spend preparing for them as well. You are working towards creating a generation of knowledgeable doctors and specialists, not only in South Africa, but all over the world. The skills that we gain from tuning into your sessions, sometimes attending the live sessions, have also improved patient care and patient outcomes and have been a big contributor. Your work is extraordinary, and I'm here to express our gratitude as your receivers. And I pray that you continue to receive the strength to continue and carry this mission forward.
Yay! Good evening, colleagues. Are you here? Can you hear me? It's a Monday evening. Usually Mondays are hectic for many people, especially us health workers. How was your day? Share with us there in the chat to say, hey, Dr. Mawela, we survived it. We survived another bad day. And we are still right here. I actually just want to see who's here, who has joined. I see Amandle, Anisha, Anele, Banele, yo. Okay, Ben Klute, Buitumelo, Dr. SM there, Delisile, Descent. Everybody who is here, a warm welcome to you. It's actually September now, guys. It's spring. Are you guys wearing your bright, I don't know, traditional clothes? Do you have your flowers? How is your garden doing? You know, let's not be too serious all the time. So yeah, I'm hoping you are well. You know, some of us I always struggle in winter. Winter is just a season in the year where I struggle to wake up, I'm sluggish, but now I can see, I can feel, the energy coming back. So this is awesome. Yes, thank you, Nombango. Thank you for saying good evening to us. Yes, good evening to you too. Yeah, so today's an information session, so it's not one of our regular webinars where and you can see I'm alone, I'm not with the instructors. So it means it's an information session where I would love you to share any questions, that you have about our diploma preparatory programs. I'll be responding to it in the context of the administrative processes, how to register, any questions along that. Then we're gonna have follow-up information sessions with the instructors for each program being here, and we will be taking you through the actual program, what exactly is going to be covered, some of the teaching approaches, etc., etc. So yeah, but yeah, let me share with you what I have for tonight, and then we will take it from there. Just give me a few seconds to firstly find my slides. I haven't solved this big banner thing, which is always disturbing our our looks, but it's okay. Let me also make a plan for my streaming colleagues online. Yeah, I hope you'll be able to see. Let me do this. Boom. Yeah. So for those who are joining us via social media, feel free to type any questions. Kanagaila says, hey, I want to invite colleagues to join. Can you please pass me the link? Colleagues, if you are able to help Kanangila, please help. Let me just see if I can share this meeting link so that you can ask your colleagues to join. Just give me a couple of seconds just to see how this was shared for today. Oh, I'm gonna just share the link only in the chat there without a lot of frills, so that thank you, colleagues. I see that I'm never alone. You see, we are a team. Thank you for sharing. I mean, that is awesome. That is very, very, very good. Yeah. All right, so let's go for it. So I'm going to cover just a couple of highlights. So like I'm saying, this is our first information session. We're going to have follow-up ones with specific instructors, so, for internal medicine, for HIV, it will be me. And we usually have the first induction as well as a big induction, just welcoming everyone and different should I say, instructors sharing, what are some of the expectations and when each coaching session is going to start, or the preferred day of the week, etc., etc. But at a high level, let me then take you through what I have for you today. I'm going to just cover, as always, it's always good that when you join us on this journey for professional development, that you have some understanding of what we are all about. What is it that we exactly do? And then we'll do some high level things around the different programs. and then I'll show you on our website, where to find the registration pages and stuff. Then the most important part is the part 5, which is not there, which is about just engaging with you, and then you also asking us our questions. But also, is the right time. If you have unique expectations, feel free to type in, and then we will see, because we still have a lot of time. All the coaching programs are going to start in October. So we still have like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, which means if there are specific things you would love to see being included in the programs, we are happy to consider your proposals. So if you are joining us for the first time, as a clinical care platform, we have a mission which is to improve patient care, and there's many ways to improve patient care. There's people who work in the treatment literacy space where they educate communities. There's people who work on systems and whatever, ensuring that the drugs are there, whatever, But with us, our focus is on you, the health worker, and helping you to be very confident in your work, to always be prepared for whatever. Healthcare is unpredictable. You could easily have an Ebola case being flown into the country. And when it lands, we must be ready, because if we are caught off guard, a lot of things can go wrong, just as an example. But, we want to help you as well to remain competent. We know you are competent, but you can't be competent without committing intentionally to growing yourself within your preferred field. So we see this as a very great opportunity. So yeah, thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope that you buy into this mission, so that we can continue to contribute towards your professional development. These are aspirational, sort of outward looking values. We do have our own internal values on how we do our work. But in terms of our service, we really want to make things simple, fast, and efficient. And I mean, even for the current sort of diplomats, there's a survey we are running, and we are really trying to assess ourselves to say, are we very, very flexible? Are we responding to their needs? And what are some of the barriers that really inhibit us to achieving, some of these, being very responsive, being flexible, not very rigid, understanding that we are serving people who are very dynamic, who work in a very challenging environment, but also as health workers, we have work commitments, we have family commitments, we have personal commitments. So a rigid system may not work. And we really want to thrive and have a very good relationship with you guys. At the end of the day, that is the foundation of how we interact with each other, and try to look at people who have an interest in a specific field, or who have a specialty in a special field, but also they love to teach, so that when these two come together, you can then have a great experience. That's why sometimes you'd say, hey, where's this diploma? And I'm always saying, yeah, we are aware, but we are always trying to see and find the right partnership, because these programs on the specialist side or the instructor side, they are demanding. So if the specialist or instructor has a family life, they have their personal things, they have their private practice, and I'm also demanding their time. You can imagine, the kind of engagements we have with them. So it's not everyone who can actually start with us and go all the way. And we are very sensitive to that, because we want to make sure that if we promise you something, we are able to deliver on it. And we hope that through these platforms and us engaging with you, we help you with your career trajectory. And we are seeing it. We are seeing it every day, the feedback that we are getting from those who just wrote their exams, from those who wrote their part 1 exams, and now they are in registrar posts, the part 2 people who have passed. So in as much as we are not yet doing everything for everyone, but I think for the little that we are able to do as a platform, I must be honest with you, the feedback is what keeps us going. I was talking to Dr. Magagula for obstetrics. I mean, you can imagine an obstetrician who's able to spend nights with us teaching. But when we get those WhatsApps and the colleagues are fulfilled and they are happy, okay, we feel like, okay, let's do it again. Let's go for cohort number 5. So it's encouraging. So we are also a membership-based platform. do visit our website, www.clinicalcareplatform.com, and explore. I would really encourage you to join us because, even after you get the diploma, it's a certificate, it's there. You can't also allow yourself to remain fixed, because knowledge changes. There's always new knowledge, there's always new pathways to achieve the same goal. So you always want to be dynamic and always be kept updated. So our evening webinars should be able to help you to do that. So this is what we do. Our core business is continuous professional development. So, and how do we do it? You can see this slide, actually, that first bullet, we are now doing over 160 live webinars every single year. These are our evening webinars, and our members get CPDs and stuff. And also, if you are not a member of the platform, you will struggle to get access to these events, especially from October. So I'd really love to encourage you to explore joining us on that journey. Our library for e-learning has actually increased. We are now at over 150 self-paced CPD courses. If you join the membership, you already have access to those, and it continues to grow. We have master classes, and we grow them by discipline. I mean, I was facilitating this previous weekend, hosting nurses on HIV updates, but I was also most happy to see many, many, many medical officers and doctors and pharmacists joining, because now people just love the knowledge. And I mean, it was nice just to have everyone, even if the program was called a NIMART update. The same way that when we have the chest x-ray or whatever masterclass where we feel maybe a certain discipline would benefit more, and you find that all disciplines are there. So we really appreciate that. We have our diploma preparatory programs. We have the HPCSA board exam preparatory program. Actually, there's a coaching session that starts today at 7. We're looking at poisoning. We've been running this for a year or two, and it's a matured program. And I think in the new year, it's going to be a very dynamic program. We cover everything from child health to surgery to whatever you can think of, because they are expected to know everything, you see. And then we have started to look at the registrar programs. So we help colleagues really, to just get better. So we also have a registrar programs. We have the FCOG Part 1 in obstetrics. We have Part 2 program for internal medicine. And we are pursuing also coaching registrars for their intermediate exams, and also to do more Part 1 exams for other disciplines and Part 2 exams. So yeah, we are so also be encouraged that yes, we are not where the vision is big, but this is where we are at, and hopefully we grow from here. These are some of the personal development programs that we have, and we have relaunched our monitoring and evaluation course. You'll hear a lot from the team around that, and we are about to launch a leadership development. This is one thing I'm very excited about. I'm sure most of you are aware that I'm starting to grow in that space. So I'm so super, 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 super excited. We have something dynamic for you. So if you find yourself in a leadership position, yes, you are a clinician, but the longer you stay in the health system, there's expectations. So you'll see when it comes up, you'll say, okay, this is massive. It's gonna be massive. And we keep on growing the clinical component. I think we had the cervical cancer masterclass 2 weeks ago. I mean, that was awesome. I don't know who attended that. If you are here, it was just one of my highlights. And we're gonna finish this month with the dermatology masterclass on alopecia, and we have the chest X-ray masterclass. I mean, it's just growing and growing, So yeah, the FCP Part 2, even if it's one bullet, this is like almost 10 sort of masterclasses on neurology, cardiology, hematology, rheumatology, anything that has an ology. endocrinology, So, I mean, we are really, really trying. That's why every weekend there is something. Sometimes I feel like, I wonder if they feel like it's a lot. But because we are varied in our interests, I feel like it's as long as what we are offering is not the same thing all the time, maybe it works. So, but so far so good. The feedback we are getting is good. So for this month, we are supposed to have something on leadership this weekend, but it's paused because my other colleagues have a gynae ultrasound event, and they would love to collaborate with us. So I want to see how that would go out. I don't want clashing events. Otherwise, we will see each other on the 20th for the chest X-ray interpretation masterclass. And then we close with the dermatology masterclass on alopecia or hair loss. So these are the exam preparation programs. I said we have part one in obstetrics, we have part two in internal medicine, and we have the HPCSA board exam preparation. And we are going to be growing a lot on number one and number two. My instructors do get exhausted. Some of them have been writing, so I must give them time between the diploma intakes. I really need to make an effort to give them time to rest. Otherwise, it won't be good for me and you. So we must make sure that they have time to rest and to spend with their families as well. So why the diplomas? So the diplomas, we see them as a very important opportunity. Remember, we do a lot of events where there's no assessment. So we do a lot of webinars, and we are hoping that you are joining and learning. But there isn't necessarily an assessment embedded to evaluate your competency, right? So the diplomas then have that element because we do not offer the exam. So that's very important. These are diplomas linked to an external party who offers an exam, like the College of Medicine of South Africa. So for now, these are mainly for medical officers. And why? It's not, we are not excluding anyone as the platform from attending, by the way. Like in the obstetrics one, we've had local midwives and international midwives, and many, many people attend our diploma preparatory programs for their own knowledge and competence, even if they don't have plans to write the exam. But obviously, there's a lot of people as well who join these programs to write the exam, and we encourage, especially medical officers, to have a goal to at some point go to the college and try. And hopefully you pass and you come and give us feedback, and we are so happy. So there's a lot of disease burden in the African region, especially here in South Africa, and there is limited clinical supervision. And you'll see that the college, most of these programs require that you are attached to an accredited teaching institution, and that there is someone who's supervising you. So we are trying to look at how we can virtually add value to that. Because even for myself, when I had to write my own diplomas, I had to really rely on my own money, traveling between Mpumalanga and Joburg just to get some coaching. And it really costed me a lot of time, money, and resources. For many people, it's not feasible. And we are seeing a growing challenge as well in terms of us health workers being unemployed, and therefore the employment arena is very competitive. So also in terms of career wise, how do you compete? It's by standing out. How do you stand out if your profile shows your commitment to a specific field, and maybe you're applying within that field? Either it's a job, either it's a promotion, either it's a registrar post because you want to become a specialist. I mean, we spoke to one specialist here. He said they had the one post, one registrar post, and you receive 400 applications. That's not fair. I mean, how do you look for one person amongst the 400 people who have applied? So we want to help you, especially our members, to just be be able to compete for whatever that is that you want to achieve in your professional life. So our solution is to try and make sure that your firstly competency for us as a platform is important, because we want to improve patient care. So that sort of comes first. It's at the heart of what we do. We want to improve access to clinical supervision. Why? because all these programs, they have the virtual component. There's WhatsApp groups where you can post your own cases, your own questions, but you start to have a relationship with a specialist that you can reach out to when you have a complicated case. But also there's colleagues as well, and then also bullet 3 was very important. Remember, I'm from a rural healthcare setup because that's where I've spent most of my professional life as a young doctor. So I always think about access in the middle of Oshuk, next to Oshuk. There I was in Mbuleni. I mean, there was nothing to do there. There's no mall, there's no nothing, and I grew up in Pretoria, so access to many things was just a big, big challenge. So we needed to make sure that these programs are accessible regardless of where you are, but also they help you as you navigate your career pathing in that space. So that is how these diplomas were designed. So the primary target person is a medical officer to attend. We have had other disciplines. I mean, in the obstetrics as well. I think at some point we had some sonar people. They are not called radiographers, right? Sonographers and stuff attending. We don't have a problem if you want to master the science, but this when we design these programs, because of the level at which they have to be pitched in terms of the content, it's pitched at that level. So if you join and you are a secondary audience, do understand that they are pitched at that level because they are going to be writing exams. So we can't dilute, the level at which they are pitched. We have had specialists, people who are already specialists, joining just for to remaining abreast. If maybe you qualified, I don't know, 10 years ago, and you just want to make sure that you catch up with everything, that's it. Number 3 is the biggest population that they join. It's people who are not planning to write, but they're like, I've been put to be in the what you call in the obstetrics department, and I haven't done it in 3 years. So I just want to just catch up and make sure that I'm doing the right things. And then there you are. So yeah, and feel free to post your questions as I speak now. I'll finish in the next 5-10 minutes, and then I'll go through some of your questions. So these are the old sort of the oldest HIV diploma programs. HIV is the big brother because that's where when you start something, it's easier to start where you are comfortable because that's my area of teaching. So if you look at it, it's led by myself, generally speaking, though there's other colleagues who come on board, Dr. Leon, Dr. Christie, there's many. I can't, Dr. I mean, there are many. If I don't mention your name, please don't feel offended. So because those are program specialists, in various areas in that field. It's done mainly virtually, and we also go into, so it includes a self-paced version of the resistance masterclass, because that's the most probably complex thing in that space. Everything else you should be able to study on your own. You'll also have guidelines and related SOPs. Every live event, you have access to the replays, either for revision, so that also if you miss a session, you don't feel like you have lost a lot, you can still go through it. There's additional CPD courses included in the same space. And of importance for the HIV diploma is the basic and advanced HIV courses, which the college requires as part of your application for them to accept you to write. Right. Now, these courses are expensive on their own. If you go and check wherever you can do an advanced HIV course, you'll probably pay the same fee as the whole 3 months coaching program that we offer. So they are already included. We already have those programs. So if you are planning to join us for the October cohort for the HIV diploma, please join now so that we give you access to the basic and advanced HIV course, and you're able to start doing them so that by the time we start with the coaching, remember our coaching is intense, ne? You read every week until the exam. You'll be having self-study materials, you'll be having CPD courses to go through, plus the live sessions. So it's if you don't want to have a lot of pressure and feel like This is just too much. Start now, do the basic and advanced just for you to get those certificates so that when the college says we are now open for registration, you can then just apply. And then for the HIV diploma, we were not having completion certificates because we were thinking you would use your basic and advanced. But from the current cohort going forward, because now we have just finished the comprehensive test banks, this is like the mock exam type of a thing, which I want everyone to do before they write the exam. And we did the testing and stuff, and now I think it's in a good shape. So, linked to that, it will be that completion certificate. It's not a diploma certificate, but it's a certificate to say Lese Homawela has completed a diploma preparatory program. But it's going to be linked to the test bank. You have to pass the mock exam at the end. Letters of recommendation, we do our best to offer these letters, but it's important to understand that our letter does not replace a letter from your institution where you work, your line manager. That letter carries a little bit more weight, but we give letters of recommendation to everyone who requests it. So usually once you start with the coaching program, I will give you a framework, a basic message to say you can now request your letters of recommendation, and this is the minimum information that is needed for the team to prepare that letter for you. But if you come and say you want the letter of recommendation, but you have not done the basic and advanced, there's no point in doing that. They won't accept you, right? So also, that letter is as good as its content. So you must give us good content to put in the letter. Like what? If you're doing the HIV diploma, please complete your basic and advanced and any other learning that you can do to enhance your chances of being admitted. Then we have the obstetrics, and we are so happy people are passing and they're going for their OSCE exams. So it's humbling when we get those messages. So yeah, and this one is hosted by Dr. Magagula, and he collaborates with Dr. Valerie, and so the HIV diploma will be in its sixth cohort. Both the obstetrics and internal medicine, it will be their fourth. This will be our fourth intake. So we are gaining a lot of experience in these programs, and we now know what to adjust. And we talk to the participants as well after the exams, just to give us an idea of some of the challenges, maybe a topic that showed up which we didn't cover, that we are trying to think ahead. Yeah, and these two programs now have those completion certificates, and they are linked to the test bank. So if you are joining this time around, just know that you will be expected to write that final mock exam with us, but it doesn't give you a diploma certificate. It will only confirm that you have completed this program. For internal medicine, in terms of skill sessions, there's ECG, chest x-ray, ventilation, and stuff. So those are the master classes, but you only have access to two as part of your registration fee for internal medicine. That is ECG and chest x-ray. If you want to join the ventilation or the lab interpretation masterclass, that will be an additional fee, like everyone. But at least and the way it happens, if during the intake period there is a live master class, let's say ECG or chest x-ray, if you are in the diploma, you'll just get in there without paying and join. Otherwise, if it happens that we are not going to host a live version during the coaching period, you will then get access to the self-paced version of either of the two, and you'll still have access and you'll be able to complete. So these are the first three. And then this year, early in the year, when we did the April, yeah, let me just say the April cohort, we rushed in to do child health because of a number of requests, and I'm happy that we pulled it off. We pulled it off. There was a lot for us to learn, but I mean, we had two sessions for almost 13 weeks or so every evening. and we had various specialists coming in, pulmonologists and this and that. Even that was not enough, as I reflect, and hence when we do the second intake, we are going to make some changes there and there, especially around how we approach the topics. There is a lot of preparation for the OSCE. I think that is the main feedback that we are getting. Most of our colleagues who went to write, they've passed, and they are going for their OSCEs in November. So we need to figure out how to embed the theory. Remember, the first exam is the most important. I mean, can't think about OSCE if you don't pass the theory. But it seems as a platform, we have not necessarily strengthened the support for post theory. Once people pass their theory, what can we put in place during that period to prepare the colleagues for the OSCEs? And for this applies for all of them, but I think the child health colleagues have given me feedback around that. So you're gonna find that if you are joining child health for the October intake, the first few sessions are going to focus on should I call them system or discipline specific, let's say cardiology, how to approach a cardiology patient, how to approach a pulmonology patient, because when we take maybe that type of an approach, it will prepare you for the theory, but also most likely it will prepare you for the OSCE, because there are sessions like we had a nice neurology topic which covered signs and how to examine the patient, and not necessarily the disease itself, though they were disease specific things. And the feedback is that that was more useful, because some of the things, remember, you're also professionals, you're already graduates, you can read about asthma, let's say, but it's a question of some of the confidence to do some of the things. So we're going to combine both, and let's see what it looks like. Yeah, and then yes, we tested the test bank. It was very late, but I'm hoping it helped the colleagues to pass. So it's already there, and there's going to be a program completion certificate. So I'm so excited about that. But looking at how quickly because we put it together, and the registration period was only open for a week and a half, and then we started, with the coaching. So I just want to thank everyone who joined. But if you like child health, even if you're not writing there, I learned so much about children just in that program. So I would encourage you, even if you're not writing, just to join and understand issues of children from a community perspective, plus the clinical aspects. Then the cherry on top is that the diplomas are growing. We are now going to start 2 new diploma coaching programs, anesthesiology and ophthalmology. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So for us, SCCP is just getting more and more hectic. The 3 months when we are hosting these diplomas, yo. It's so hectic. It's so hectic for me. But like I say, we get inspiration from you guys. As you say, thank you. We try. But please, don't keep anything with you. Give us feedback, because we really want to improve. We don't want to stay stagnant in one place. So the test banks for those will be in progress. I'm sure by the time we are midway into the programs, we should have a very good one. And then hopefully we are able to link them to your completion certificates. And yeah, and just help you. Either you want to be a better clinician, or you want that credential for your CV, for your bragging rights, or to even stand out from the crowd, whatever the reason is. Yeah, I forgot to say, whoa, child health. So if you are planning to do the child health, you will have to complete IMCI. IMCI is like the advanced certificate go HIV. You actually, because child health is different from most of these, they're very strict on the time you must spend in the hospital, whatever. With child health, they want IMCI, and even the time you spend in pediatrics during internship is included when you look at the whole time. So they're very nice people, pediatricians, very nice and flexible. These other ones, they're a little bit rigid in their requirements. But please type in any questions you have. and then I will respond to you. Yeah, and you have heard Dr. If you joined in time, you must have heard Dr. Yolanda there. Yolanda Wild talking about her experience and the fact that she has passed. There are many, I can tell you that there are many people who have passed. We have done a survey now. I'm hoping as we go through this month, we will capture some of the positive and the areas that need feedback and share with you what people are saying about the different diploma programs and whether people have written, whether people have passed, it's exciting. It's exciting, colleagues. I mean, I'm happy. I won't lie to you. It makes me feel very good. So what's next? So like I said, we are now running a survey for all the people who have went through our coaching programs, and they are giving us valuable feedback, things we are doing well, things that we need to improve. So when we come back, we'll share with you the results as they are so that you can also understand where we are, but maybe also, help us improve. And the same survey will help us on number 2, tracking, because you'll see how many people responded. It's not everyone obviously, but from those who responded, how many wrote, how many passed, how many tried again, So trying again is such a nice thing. As I was reading some of the feedback, someone said, then I tried again and then I passed. I'm like, you were a winner before you wrote the exam. By virtue of registering for the program, you have already won because you're already standing out. How many people have decided not to, From a leadership perspective, my last point just on leadership, remember, to go up, you must give up. To go up, you must give up. Many people, it's not like people don't have an aspiration to become better or to improve. It's a question of, are you willing to give up something for what you want to achieve? So as soon as you stop having the drive to make trade-offs for the things you believe in that you really want to achieve, that's when you stop growing. I always say, show me someone who has stopped growing, I'll show you someone who has stopped giving up for what they believe in. So if you didn't pass, maybe you are here, you're in a pass cohort, pass fail. No, we don't have the failure language. We say sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. So it's learning time. Try again and you'll come up tops. So we are improving the test banks, and we are looking at number 4 very strongly. So because we had a program, most of our programs were were like saying, as soon as the exam starts, the programs stop, But the journey of our people doesn't stop there. They go and write the theory. Then there's depending on the exam, like in internal medicine, you might have 3 exams. You might have the OSCE, then you might have the OSPE, those kind of things. So we need to just find ways to come back after the exam and provide additional support for those who pull through into the next level stage, maybe of the different exams. So we are going to be prioritizing that. And our priority is going to be emergency medicine. It has always been. We had found a good partnership, but I'm very cautious whether it's sustainable. So I'm a bit hesitant. So let's give it a little bit of time. And then we're going to look at surgical, because with surgery, if we do part 1, part 2 things, it will cover all surgical disciplines, urology, whatever, because there are many surgical disciplines in that space. So, but do share your suggestions. Please share your suggestions in the chat, and then we will take it from there. So like I said, this is just the intro information session. There's going to be now specific information session for each of the diplomas, and the instructors are going to be with me, and then we'll go through the actual content in terms of what's going to be covered in the various trainings now. So what I want to do now, what did I close? I thought I closed something, but I'm still seeing. So what I want to do now quickly, let me find then we'll have, just for a minute, just to show you, my network is not good today, so I hope this doesn't disturb me. All right, let me share first with my Zoom peeps. my Zoom people. What do I want to share? Yeah, there. Okay, so I hope you can see the CCP website. What I can show you today is that you must just type in. I can't zoom in. Okay, I don't know why I can't zoom in. I wanted to zoom, but anyway, you type in our website www.clinicalcareplatform.com and it will take you to our home page, which is where I'm at. If you look on top there, there's the word home. So you'll go to our home page. When you're on our home page, you scroll down. That's all you need to do. You can see the first one is the Diploma in Anesthetics Exam Preparation Program. That's how they write it. They don't say anesthesia. They say the diploma in anesthetics. So this is the first one you will find. If you are interested in it, just click more on the button there. If you scroll down, you'll find ophthalmology. You can click more there. If you scroll down, you'll find, okay, this one is the boot camp on Friday. We are coming to you, KZN. Who's from KZN? Give me a thumbs up. We are coming with the boot camp. It's going to be awesome, 25 October. And then the Diploma in Child Health Preparatory Program right there. Oh, you can see that they've put me there. I'm not the instructor. I'm just the coordinator of the program. So we've got so many. We've got Dr. Ruda there. We've got almost 20 pediatricians basically covering different topics. So don't say, hi, this guy is gonna be talking child health. No, I only do one module there, just introduction to IMCI. The rest is history. So don't say, hi, Bawela is gonna teach us about children. Yeah, but you know me, I'm tricky. If I prepare, you'll be shocked. I can prepare before you won't even see that I don't know anything, but I can do the research on your behalf and put it together. So yes, I see my kids, and then people are like, yeah, come home. Yes, I'm coming back there. And then obstetrics is the same. You just click there, and then internal medicine, you just click there. So child health is like HIV. Basically, I'm coordinating them, but there's various specialists coming in to teach. Lauren Richards in the HIV world. Yeah, so let's see what's happening. So for any of these, you can just click on learn more. So let me click on one. If you click on learn more, it will take you to the diploma page where you can read a little bit more about what this preparatory program is all about. You can read exactly how the program is structured and all those kinds of things, and wow, how long, wow, yeah, wow, and about your instructors and why exactly did we decide to work with them is because they've walked the journey. They are diplomats themselves or they are specialists in the field. And remember, the people you see here are like me, coordinators. They teach most of the sessions, but there are other people we bring on various topics depending on their strengths and stuff. So it's very good. So if you are interested in any one of them, you want to pay or register, you just book your seat or register there at the bottom, and then you go to the payment page. Right. Okay. I thought it was going to disappoint me. Yeah. And then you put your name, and then you pay. This is a 3 month program. All these diplomas, we have mastered the art of running them over a 12 a week sort of program. So, and it works. I think it works for you. It works for us. But please start studying. Don't wait for us. And then we see how it goes. Right. So yeah, are you good? Can I go through your questions and then and your comments so that we see how we're gonna go? Yeah. So also those of you who are joining us on the socials there, you can type in the chat. I will see your comments here. We use technology. All right. Aradiba says, do you offer ophthalmology part 1 and part 2? No, it's too early. It's too early. Ophthalmology, we have just met someone who loves teaching. You see, that is the most important thing. Hence, we had a number of important webinars, but we have also had a masterclass in ophthalmic emergencies, which was awesome. And now we want to try the diploma preparatory program. And if we do well, we may look at part 1, part 2. So yeah, but thanks. We use that feedback. Maybe by the time we do it, you will probably be already a specialist. We don't know, but we use your feedback to prioritize which program. So it's very probable because we do have nice partnerships in that space. Né? Dr. Ilunga, I hope you have managed to use the link to invite your colleagues. As I scroll down, good evening. I'm interested in getting the diploma in anesthesia, but unfortunately, I'm in a district hospital. So, my question is, will your preparatory coach enhance me to write it or 6 months? Yeah. So, look, the college has put requirements. What I can tell you, they are not very solid, right? They are very responsive because they are also driven by the mission to improve the quality of people who are doing, let's say, anesthesia. And with all the groups, I've always said to them, apply. You have nothing to lose if you apply, but you may be admitted. And so far, people are being admitted, you know. And yes, our motivation letter does carry some weight so far because we haven't had a lot. I'll now use a lot, but we had one person who was rejected in the child health last year. That was the first person since we started to run this program. There was only one person, literally one person. So, and it was a specific situation where they would be required, if they apply now for next year, they are likely to be accepted. And we do give that recommendation letter. And we have introduced ourselves to the college. The college cannot recommend any university. I don't know if you know, because they are working with all the institutions out there. So basically, they are aware of us and what we do and the value we add. And they know that if we do offer this, it's a recommendation letter, it's not a final letter. And I would very much encourage you to talk, even if you are in a district hospital, talk to your line manager there, your medical manager or your supervisor, and say, I want to write. Because all they need to do is to write in the letter, I'm recommending Dr. Mawela. Dr. Mawela has a passion for this program. He has spent this amount of time in anesthesia, even if you are, because they understand that there's a hospital in a corner of somewhere, in South Africa where it's far and services are needed there. It's not like services are only needed in academic centers. So they understand the issues and the challenges of clinical supervision. But you need to show in your letter your commitment to anesthesia, and then we write ours as well, and they see the commitment. They just want commitment, that you really love this thing and you really want to develop yourself. So don't make these rules to stop you from trying. So far so good if you show your commitment in your letters. That's the advice I can give you. I just joined now. Did I miss the part of diploma anesthesia? So today, Paki, I'm giving a overall on what's available and the administrative things. There will be a specific webinar on anesthesia, internal medicine, but I did cover anesthesia in terms of where it comes from, where we are, and what we are working on. And then if you have specific questions, feel free to type in there in the chat. They said, how does one qualify for the diploma if they're, yeah, it's the same. It's the same, they said. And let me tell you what we do. I mean, number one, you are in a district hospital. All district hospitals have a link to some regional or even a big hospital, what you call them, central hospitals, whatever the language is, make an effort to drive there on Fridays when they have their CMEs and go and learn, because you have to be ready. When it comes to the clinical exam, you have to be ready as well. So the reason why the college has put these requirements is so that you are ready. But there are many colleagues who joined our programs. They are in district hospitals, and their line manager has recommended them to the college, and the college looks at it. They're like, okay, this person can make it, and they take you, But they try to invest in, if you can visit, even if it's twice a month or something, besides the work you're doing in your hospital, is very value adding. And start to talk to your line manager now. We will give you the letter, but we always recommend that you get your local recommendation letter. If a subscriber learner misses a life repair, will hear, hey, Tapelo, that is our strength. Tapelo Velozi. CCP's strength is digital. Is not this workshop. No, you will never miss anything. The only time you may miss it is if we forgot to press record. And if it's me, sometimes it happens. Then I must chase the presenter. Please give me 1 hour. Let me record you, and you know how that goes. So, but all in all, that is our strength in terms of taking things that are done live and giving them access to use self-paced. And by the way, just to address an administrative process, you will get access. If you join, you have access to your materials for up to 12 months. Ne? Very, very important. So I must address that now. You have access for up to 12 months. And the other secondary thing is that, let's say you were in the child health diploma cohort, which we finished the coaching maybe around June. And now in October, we are starting another one, and you want to join us. You don't have to pay 5,000 again. The continuation fee is 1,000 rands. Basically, you'll be paying to join the live sessions, because you'll still be having your recorded sessions for a 12-month cycle, because we know how long it takes to go through these exams, right? Some people join this year, but they want to write the exams next year. And the coaching changes, the topics change. Some topics will say study on yourself, but we still give you the material. But you'll find that we have a cardiologist. Like now, for the DCH, one of the first sessions, it will be a cardiologist. We didn't have a cardiologist in the previous one. So there's going to be a lot of things around cardiology in that space. So, but to join the live sessions, it's not a must, isn't it? You still have access to all the materials that you have. Yeah. DA is here, and yeah, the ladies they love teaching, and I think it's going to be awesome. And they like developing themselves. As I speak to you, they are in an international conference, developing themselves. That's why I'm saying it doesn't stop with the diploma. So it's nice. Looking forward. When is the anesthesia program starting? October. They are all starting in October. The coaching, all the coachings are starting in October. Is it early to ask about primaries in ops? Is there gonna be? Yeah. So, Teko, I need to talk to Magagula to check two things. Whether we're gonna have a second intake for FCOG. And then number two, if not, we might make it self-paced. So we might give you access to the material to go through. So just drop us an email, info@clinicalcareplatform.com. Let me talk to Magagula and see, because we just finished FCOG, Yeah, these programs are hectic. Remember why I keep on saying, hey, we need the right partnership, because it can be the 12 months. I mean, it's 12 weeks for each program for the poor specialist. So I really understand. Hi, doctor. I'm interested in internal medicine diploma, but I'm currently working at the CHC. Yeah, so link yourself to a local hospital and talk to your line manager that you want to write. Let them give you that motivation letter, and then you take it from there. If you link yourself to the hospital where you are referring and stuff, you should be okay. You need to show that in the motivation letter that I'm linked to this hospital. This is how often I'm, during this period, I mean, commit 1 hour in the morning per week to go and attend their CMEs and maybe join their hot round. I mean, that's all you need, guys. Let's commit, ne? Luvia, who said that's my testimony. Dr. Tabu, I didn't know you have attended. So this is real, colleagues. We didn't just take it from Chat GPT and put it there and say testimony. There's real life testimonies. Pedro's anesthesiology, we start in October. The registration is there on the website. Visit it, check it out. Chitan says, is IMCI required? Yes, it's required. You don't have to pay for it. I'll give you a link for the Knowledge Hub one. And our academy also has IMCI, but we because they've specified that Knowledge Hub IMCI, so we link people to that. Only if, because Knowledge Hub tends to be down sometimes. So if it happens that Knowledge Hub is down, we have a backup. We have our own IMCI. We've been training nurses for years on it. And also the first module in DCH is IMCI, which I do. It might not be the first this time around because we want to focus on some specialized areas in child health. So yeah, please expand more on where can one do IMCI. Drop us an email, Zwanga, info@clinicalcareplatform.com. I'll share the links. But as soon as you register for the coaching, I link you the introductory, my welcome email to you will have the links, how to register and how to access the course. So don't panic about that. I will be your guy. Zwanga. I have my certificate in basic, but for some reason it only has my name and not. Now MP is not that important, but you must do advanced. And again, you can do it with Knowledge Hub still, or you can do it with us. Either way, you don't pay for it. Yeah. The cost for the diploma in medicine. So with us, it's 5,000 rands for the coaching program, 3 months, and then you still have to pay the exam fee to the college, which could be, a couple of thousands. It's a lot of money just for the exam, but yeah, that's what it costs. Okay, can you pause there, colleagues? I'm supposed to start another event. Let me just tell the colleagues and Brother Ryan that can we start in 10 minutes time? Give me a few seconds because I want to respond to all your questions. Hi, brother. Can you give me maybe 10 minutes? Can we start in 10 minutes time? I'm just winding down the diploma questions in the information session. Sorry, brother. Give me HPCSA board exam. Give me a few seconds, colleagues. Board. You see what I do every day. Now you can even hear me. Just a few seconds. Hi, colleagues. We will start shortly. Just give us 10 minutes. We are just closing another webinar. So let's plan to start at 19:15 exactly. Apologies. Okay, so just to run through all your questions, good evening. May you please give me general insight into the HIV diploma, how often the evening sessions are per week. So I'm monthly for the HIV diploma, it's one live set. So let me take, but there's a lot of reading you must do. So every week, at the beginning of the week, you get materials, guidelines, and micro lessons. These are CPD accredited. It depends week on week. Let's say it's a week for HIV prevention, you'll get those guidelines and a number of things. And then every Wednesday evening for the HIV diploma, 20 hours, we do the live sessions. So for the HIV diploma, we don't do twice a week. We do once a week. For internal medicine, it's going to be twice a week. For all the new programs, it's twice a week because there's a lot to cover there. Okay, we spoke about DA. If I miss live session, yes, you'll never miss anything. You can ask. There'll be a group. So there's a community group, Nagedi, where you can ask questions. The colleagues will be there. The instructors will be there, and I'm also going to be there if you have questions. So don't worry about your ability to ask questions. When is the HIV? So all are starting in October. We run them at the same time so that in between we rest. So if I register for DA now, will I be able to do the courses before the 1st of October? So for DA, ne, there are no prerequisites for courses that you must complete. You must just meet the minimum requirements in terms of your experience and your letters. So you don't need to complete anything before October. Yeah, so for DA, we are okay. When is the last date of payment? We don't have it. People join even when we have started 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Some people they realize when we are 2 weeks before we close, and maybe they're writing, they're in a hurry, and then they join. But usually by the end of the first, let's say by the end of October we close. But people do come, and if someone has already registered and they're going to write, we cannot say no because they can still catch up the missed modules. But I wouldn't encourage that. You must just, it will be too much pressure for you. Good evening. Will there be a clash if you do no HIV and internal medicine? The dates are separated, so there is no clash. Yeah, and that's a very important question. If you are planning to join more than one, please send us an email and check because but generally we avoid the clashes. It's rare that we have parallel sessions, but just check because we have added 2 more, so it's likely this time around. FCP Part 1, Dr. Ryan has postponed that one. We were supposed to have been working on it now. So, Nyeleti, he said in the new year, Part 1. What's up for internal medicine? Not yet, Dr. Ilunga. Unless if you are an old student, you are referring to the old groups, drop us an email info@clinicalcareplatform.com and then we can join. But for any new person, for the current cohorts, the groups are not yet there. You don't even have materials, some of you. So we'll share the links closer to the dates. Dr. Maura, thanks for the info for the in the event. I'm on call. Yeah, so if you're on call, don't worry. If you're on call, the recording is put on the platform and you can watch it at your own pace. But even though we do encourage that you join live, but you won't miss any session. And by the way, every session you attend live, you'll get CPD certificates for that session. So that's the motivation to attend live, but you don't miss it. You're gonna get it self-paced. Does the anesthetic we will have? Yes, we're already working on it. The bank, it's a mock exam. I don't want to call it a test bank, just a preparation exam, just so that we run them at the end so that you are ready. But after every module nowadays, we also try to create few questions and pose them and to test your knowledge. We were testing it with the FCOG and it worked well. So now we want to apply it for all the programs. In terms of DA pediatric department, will they be allowed to write? You can write even if you work anywhere else, but your motivation letter needs to show how many hours you are spending in anesthesia, basically. That is the thing they're interested in. Yeah. Yeah, psychiatry. You are right. You are right. So psychiatry, we must prioritize. No, it's not Dr. Magagula only for obstetrics. It's Dr. Valerie. And we now host the live sessions once a week with a lot of materials sent on a weekly basis for your pre-reading with self-paced sessions. And then we host, some weeks it's twice, some weeks it's once. So when they come, you'll see the schedule for each program. Yo, today I'm running out of time. Pagi says, you promised in January to do something about anesthesia. Oh, yeah, yo, Pagi. Hey, but it's tough, I'm happy I managed. Yes, it's 5,000 each to register. If you are registering for more than one, just send us an email. The team, they are very nice. They will try to see if they can help you with some discount. Yeah, so how does the 50 CPD work? You have this for you attend live, you get your, so it's not like you get a certificate with 50. No, every session you attend, you get your 2 CPDs, 2 CPDs, 2 CPDs. Most of these sessions, I mean, we have about 24 or so for each of these. You'll probably get more than 50 just from the live, but there's a lot of self-paced CPD programs that you complete, then you get 10 points. Some like the HIV diploma probably have 100 points or something like that. So it's a lot. Okay, colleagues, can I ask? I'm so sorry. If you think you are registering for more than one program, send us an email, Lavani, info@clinicalcareplatform.com, so that I can check it. And midwifery, if midwives do join, Fundo, we have midwives who join the diploma, the obstetrics one, and you are welcome to join. And we have the guidelines, two-part, which we are finalizing on the new maternity care guidelines. So, which you can also do. We ran it live early in the year, and we're gonna have it as a self-paced course, right? Zwelinzima, I wouldn't encourage you to register and pay for basic and advanced. You're gonna waste money. Register for the diploma in HIV medicine. Once you register, we will give you access to basic and advanced. You don't have to pay for them. So if you start with advanced, you must now pay for advanced, then come back and you'll waste I don't want you to do that. Nah. So join the diploma. You have everything you need in the diploma. Those courses become available for you in the diploma. So you start to see the value, because if you go to other people who run, let's say advanced is 6,000 something on its own, right? So we are giving you basic and advanced inside a 3 months coaching program. Now you appreciate the value. Nah. Yeah. So there was the 90. What time will the presenters from different start with their? Yeah. So there's going to be orientations. Don't worry. There's going to be orientations for the. Now we are on the information session zone for the whole month. There's going to be a lot of this, and then in the first week of October, boom, it's your induction orientation sessions. No, they are Mfundo, they are welcome and they've attended, and even international midwives. So if you are willing, and you'll get your completion certificate, but it's not a diploma. No, it's very important. We can't give you a diploma. Remember, even the doctors don't get the diploma from us. They get it from the college when they write the exam. So you will get your completion that you have completed a preparatory program for that. Okay, colleagues, I'm so sorry. I'm hoping I've tried to respond to everything. We have to do the HPCSA board exam coaching program, and I'm so happy that you joined and you have asked me so many questions. Visit the website, talk to us via WhatsApp, email, and then remember, already this coming Wednesday we're going to start with ophthalmology, the specific information session, and then we keep on pushing from there. Night, sharp.